Okay, hello my smiling faces and any D1&D DMD stands. So I am going to be watching the 2 vocal units that I know of for the DMD Land3 for day 1 and day 2. Obviously the first one is, it was Tutor, Pete, Patchy, Poor, I think Dunn, and then I don't know if there was one more person. I'm sorry. Did I say JJ? I think JJ. I think that was it. That should have been. I think that was everyone. If not, sorry, because again, there's too many names. But yeah, so I don't know what song they did. I did see obviously pictures of Poor's outfit, and I was just like, oh, like he looked great. Like I mean, all of them did look great. But I was like, I saw Poor's first, and I was like, oh my god, like he looks like a prince, and I'm excited to see like what song they ended up doing, and also like how everyone sounds together, because obviously, I've heard JJ sing separately. I've heard Poor sing separately. I've heard Thun sing separately. Patchy sing separately. Obviously, Pete a little bit. I actually have heard everyone sing separately, but not together in a unit. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and watch that. And then obviously, I'm doing day 1 and day 2. And then I'm also going to be watching, again, the other vocal unit. We did Yeposo by day 6, which I think that one had maybe Gang. It had Nunu. I think first one as well was in that one. I think there might be one more, but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch. Oh, come on, harmonization. Ooh. Ooh. The blend of the vocals. We're singing about stars. Oh, on the see-through lace shirt. Ooh. Favorite cheers. The harmonies between these two is really great. Who's that? Is that Sun? Yeah, okay, it was Sun and then Patchy and then P was last. Oh, Patchy! Ooh.
แค่รักเห็นเดินผ่านมาไม่พูดจาไม่ทักไม่ทายไม่รู้ว่าใครเหตุใดจึงรักกันไม่มีเธอเรื่องภาพฝันความผูกพันยังง่ายได้
Come on, Patchy.
ต้องรอฉันทรมาน
Oh, come on, Pete.
กับโดนรุมไม่รู้สึกกอดความนาทีนั้นฉันรักเธอ
Aw, cute.
รักของ
Ooh.
เธอจริงเป็นอย่างไรรักเธอใช่หรือไม่ต่างจากใครที่ฉันเป็นจากวันนั้นหัวใจรู้สึกเอง
Wow, Patchy and Thun's like harmonizing is really great.
จึงใช่ฝันไปได้พบจนเข้าใจแค่อยากรู้รังเกียจกันไหมแต่ก็ต่ออย่างไรอย่าเป็นแบบนั้นเลยเพราะเธอใช่หรือไม่สิ่งที่คุณที่คุณทำอยากเจอเธอคนเดิมที่เคยเจอในเมื่อวานฉันเป็นพรุ่งนี้ฉันยังมุ่งไปฉันคุณยังจริงยืนตรงที่เก่าสุดท้ายมันคือสองเธอคำที่ข้างใจต่อให้มันจะไม่มีวันเป็นจริงเลยก็ตามฉันเข้าใจให้รู้ว่ารักเธอ
Ooh. Oh, I love how the song does that little trickling out of like the keyboard. Wow. That was a great unit. I was like, did they do every, no, because Patchy is also Gen 3, but like, essentially they kind of did like almost every single, no, look, there's two, never mind, Tutor and, never mind. I was saying that they did like one from each, gen, but they didn't. It was like, there were like two of each gen, I think I would say. But okay, like obviously, like I said, I was very curious to see like how they would sound all together, because we've actively heard every single one of them sing like solo wise or like on their own or like for like a OST if they've had an OST before. And it's also hard to like kind of blend that many like vocals together. But luckily they all sounded really great. They were able to like, obviously they probably had a lot of help with trying to figure out who was going to get what part. But I like how obviously like the first three was Poor, Tutor, and JJ getting to see like them do like part of the song, and then they moved on to like the second half when they opened the doors and getting to hear Dun, Patchy, and Pete sing. I was very surprised that like for Pete, because I know Pete like obviously is like is gonna be or is in that trainee group, so this was like a way to see more of his vocal wise, whereas the other performance that he did was more dance wise. So like that's why I was like, really curious to see like to hear more of his singing. But overall, like they all did really great. Yeah, I was really you can definitely feel like the emotion, and also like with the great like singing skills. And again, I feel like obviously for Poor's side, I always say like, you know, he was very like always worried about like the emotions not coming across, but you could definitely he's obviously have gotten like a lot better, if not has overcome that fear. And you could definitely hear like everyone like trying to like pour out those feelings of what, again, because I don't know what the song exactly is saying, but it's giving very much like, oh, like you're yearning for someone, or kind of like talking about something along the lines of that. Because like, again, the background was very much like talking about like kind of like, or showing us like constellations or like stars, and like, you know how people always say like, oh, distance or like fate and stuff like that, coincidences, like the universe, essentially, like that is what it was giving. But and then also like the vibes of just like their outfits and everything, like they looked great too. So very like, I think it was like a nice way to like tone down, you know, have like a moment of just like appreciate vocals and also appreciate visuals, because everyone looked great. But in between like the rest of like the stages, which were probably more like, again, more like a performance in terms of like dancing and like a spectacle and stuff like that. So I really did enjoy it. Obviously I'm gonna watch day 2 again to see like the differences in the camera work, I would say, more so than the actual singing, because I don't know, maybe they would have done better day 2, because again, sometimes day 2 does a lot better because it's less, you feel less nervous, I would say. But yeah, we're gonna move on to day 2.
ไม่เคยรับรู้ใกล้เธอสักเท่าไร
Oh, I got glitter in his hair.
ไกลไกลห่างกันได้แค่มองหน้าเธอทำให้เพียงแค่นั้นหัวใจที่แอบฝันอยู่ใกล้กันยิ่งหวันไหวหากเธอรู้
Ooh, I like how they blended in the camera work like that.
เธอจะเข้าใจกันหรือเปล่าก็ไม่รู้เลยแต่ต้องพูดไปและจะมาเพื่อกวนใจคำถามเดียวแค่อยากรู้ดังเกลียดกันไหมขอให้มันอย่าเป็นแบบนั้นเลยอยากได้ยินเสียงคนที่คุ้นเคยอยากจะเจอคนเดิมที่เคยได้เจอในเมื่อวานมีทุกอย่างหมุนไปฉันคนหนึ่งที่ยืนตรงที่เก่าอยู่เพียงพอเธอที่ข้างใจต่อให้มันจะไม่มีวันเป็นจริงเลยก็ตามอยากให้รู้ว่า
Like this part where like Dunn comes in. Ooh. It's like basically it's like a grand reveal. Ooh.
ได้พบจึงเข้าใจมีอยู่จริงมีจริงหรือรักพบเพียงสบตาแค่หนึ่งครั้งแค่รักเห็นเดินผ่านมาไม่พูดจาไม่ทักไม่ทายไม่รู้ว่าใครเหตุใดจึงรักกันไม่มีเธอเรื่องภาพฝันความผูกพันยังง่ายได้
That she sounds so good.
อยู่ที่ในนิยายหนังสือนิทานเพลงรักแสนหวานกับความฝัน
Yeah, I really like how they blended in the camera work.
ดวงใจเป็นเดือดเป็นร้อนฉันทรมานรักกับโดนมันไม่มาสะกดความมาที่นั้นฉันรักเธอ
Cute, a little heart again. Ooh, but like both up there.
ทิ้งเป็นอย่างไรเธอใช่หรือไม่ต่างจากใครที่ฉันเป็นจากวันนั้นหัวใจรู้สึกเองฉันได้มองทุกสิ่งเกิดขึ้นจึงใช่ฝันไปได้พบจึงเข้าใจแค่อยากรู้
And then we come back to like JJ starting again.
ขออย่างไรอยากเป็นแบบนั้นเลยเพราะเธอใช่หรือไม่ได้ยินเสียงที่คุ้นเคยจากเธอคนเดิมที่เคยได้เจอในเมื่อวานฉันได้ให้พรุ่งนี้ทุกอย่างหมุนไปฉันคนหนึ่งที่ยืนตรงที่เก่าฉันเดินมาถึงสองเธอคนที่ข้างใจต่อให้มันจะไม่มีวันเป็นจริงเลยก็ตามเข้าใจแค่รู้ว่ารักเธอ
Get a little trickle out. the visuals though, insane. I would also say like it's crazy how obviously I know Poor was sick. I think I also said that JJ was sick. I think I saw a clip of him like almost like passing out. I'm pretty sure it was from this. So it's like crazy to think that like they're doing this sick and like tired because I don't think I could have the energy to do that, to be honest. So like power to them for sure. But I really do like how they kind of sectioned it off where we see again they start off with Tutor, JJ, and Poor, and then like at mid song, like whenever JJ's like singing his part, it like Dunn comes in with his part and kind of like adds the like more dynamic to it and like raises the key and like it's more like it gets brought up and it's like, oh my god, like again the grand reveal that they're also part of the stage, and then they have their moment where they like get a section of the song as well, and then they at the very end they all kind of come together and like everything is blended and like the layering of the vocals, and like I'm just wondering if how they came together to like decide or like who was gonna be in it. If D1&D was just like, oh, we're gonna form like a unit. Like, do y'all want like did they already have like candidates in mind, or did the actively like all 6 of them decide like, oh, like we should have this person in it. Oh, we should have this person. Like I want to like see background or hear background behind story of like how that they chose to like do the song together, because they really did sound really great. And I'm assuming they only had like, I wonder how long they also had to like practice, because they also had to like, again, they had their own schedules. They had to practice for like their ships, if they had, and then also like the gens did their part, so it's like, okay, trying to figure out like when they like were able to, do this as well and be able to essentially nail it. And I just like the whole, like, again, very much like dreamy kind of like ballad vibe with their outfits. Like it's very much giving like princely vibes too. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Definitely got to see again them in a different light. I know my friend was telling me like right now whenever I was like mid conversation with her that she was like, oh yeah, like I think people were surprised to see like Tutor, because he gets like and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, she was like, I'm like, she's right, because like obviously I do like have heard his voice here and there, but obviously in Dex it's always like, oh, we think of him as the rapper along with James. So I was like, oh yeah, so like this was like a nice way for him to show more of his vocals. JJ, since JJ obviously is like hasn't been announced as an artist yet, which like I feel like he should be if that's something he wants, because he is he's talented in like writing and like singing and like just performing in general, I would say. So I was like, oh, and then I think Pete was like definitely the one I was just like very like surprised by, but because I was not expecting them to have like a new gen member in here, but he does really have stable vocals and he does sound really great too. So it made sense that they brought him into this unit to like add some a different tone or different like someone with a newer set of skills probably is what it was. But okay, we're gonna move on to the day 1 and day 2 performance of Yeposo Beautiful by You Are Beautiful by day 6 from I think it was Nunu. First one, I think Gang, and I don't know who else. I think there might be one more if I'm not mistaken, but where was day 1? Woo! Ooh, come on, first one. Ooh, come on, little like drop cape. Woo! I like how they both have the same like drop waist corset. Woo! Ooh, that little like the Whoa. Wow. Ooh. Whoa. I wonder why Gang and Tommy weren't here for day one. Unless they come out later. Oh. Oh, did they have like a... Wait. Hold on. Okay, I see what happened. So, I think on the day 2 that I found, I think it said all 4 of them they were together, but apparently I think it's actually like they did 2 and 2. So obviously Tan and not Tan. First one and Nunu did Yeposo by day 6, and then I think they did like a joint stage essentially, or like it followed up with Gang and Tommy doing a song. I was like, okay, so you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and play their song too, since it's like essentially like a part of the same stage, just separated that way, you know? Ooh.
กว่าจะมีคำร้องและท่วงทำนองที่บอกว่ารักมากมายกว่าจะขึ้นดอกไม้ที่ร่วงโรยราต้องใช้น้ำตาอีกแค่ไหนรักที่มันดูเก่าแต่เรายังจำได้ดีในความทรงจำสีเทาๆ
I have not seen Tell me in a minute. Like since I watched DMD Friendship Season 3.
ฉันยินดีจะตอบแทนหัวใจถ้าได้ยินเสียงที่เธอนั้นบอกเขาว่ารักกันกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งฉันจะลืมว่าฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งใจของฉันจะลืมว่าเราเคยรักกันมาแค่ไหน
Ooh, the little like band part.
กลัวฉันจะไม่เสียใจกลัววันหนึ่งเธอหายไปฉันจะลืมว่าฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งใจของฉันจะลืมว่าเราเคยรักกันมาแค่ไหนวันหนึ่งถ้ากลับมาไม่ได้พบกันไหมกลัวฉันจะไม่เสียใจกลัววันหนึ่งเธอหายไปฉันกลัวเพราะฉันมีเธอคนเดียวคือเธอคนเดียวและจะเป็นเพียงคนเดียวอยู่เสมอตลอดไปอยากจะขอ
These two are definitely like feeling it because they are like closing their eyes when they sing.
ให้เธอกับฉันได้ทบทวนเรื่องราวว่าเราสองควรจบ
Oh, here comes Nunu and... Oh!
ฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่ง
So it's like a mashup, maybe? Unless both songs are called that. Ooh! I like how it's like black and white. Oh, they all ended up. Oh, okay. Wow. Wait. okay. I mean, they need to give a little bit more screen time to the rest of the other three. But I really liked how they did that though, because I was like, oh, it left me like, oh, because I thought it was definitely all four of them doing Yeposo by day 6, but now seeing like I definitely loved hearing First One and Nunu sing it together because they really complement each other's vocals, and then seeing Tommy and Gang do their songs, which I'm wondering, is it the same like song title, and they just, or is it two different completely different song titles, and they just, oh, we should like try doing a mashup with these two songs and like have these four people or four artists sing together, because again, obviously we know Nunu is like Nunu and First One and Tommy are for sure DMD music artists. I don't know about Gang. I know Gang has had like an OST for another like show before Kemjida, so I'm like I don't even know if he is like I don't follow Gangnam that like closely, but if he is, and like that would make sense why they would have like these would be like the four like solo artists, and then so they're like, oh, we're gonna have our four solo artists do a joint stage like together to kind of like, oh, the pillars of DMD music is what you would call it, so maybe that's why. But I really liked how they did a whole mashup of it, because I was not expecting them to come back out. That would just be like where they did their part, and then Gang and Tommy came out and did theirs, and then that would be the end. But no, they like, oh, we're coming together to like mix the two songs to like actually have like a nice ending, so I really like that. But we're gonna be watching day 2 obviously, because I want to see how, I think that one will actually be all in the same video, I'm hoping. If not, it's gonna be again another cut in between, but yeah. Oh, okay, they came up. Good lord. I think we just put the wrong song the first day. Y'all don't know how much I love this song by day 6. Little, like, I don't know what you would call that. Little ad-libs though. He's like, oh, First One. Like the high K change is crazy.
จะมีความรักที่แทนทุกสิ่
Okay,
ง
yeah, that makes a lot more
เรื่อง
sense.
จริงคือฉันและเธอกว่าจะได้มาพบมาเจอต้องใช้เวลายิ่งนานเท่าไหรกว่าจะมีคำร้องและท่วงทำนองที่บอกว่ารักมากมายกว่าจะขึ้นดอกไม้ที่ร่วงโรยราต้องใช้น้ำตาอีกแค่ไหนรักที่มันดูเก่าแต่เรายังจำได้ดีในความทรงจำสีเทาๆ
Oh, they also have like the same like Cumberbatch with like velvet pants.
และก่อนจะมีน้ำตาฉันยินดีจะตอบแทนหัวใจถ้าได้ยินเสียงที่เธอนั้นบอกคำว่ารักกัน
You just see.
กลัวว่าวันหนึ่งฉันจะลืมว่าฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งใจของฉันจะลืมว่าเราเคยรักกันมาแค่ไหนกลัววันหนึ่งถ้ากลับมาไม่ได้พบกันใหม่กลัวฉันจะไม่เสียใจกลัววันหนึ่งเธอหายไปฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งใจของฉันจะลืมว่าเราเคยรักกันมาแค่ไหนกลัววันหนึ่งถ้ากลับมาไม่ได้พบกันใหม่กลัวฉันจะไม่เสียใจกลัววันหนึ่งเธอหายไปฉันกลัวเพราะฉันมีเธอคนเดียวคือเธอคนเดียวและจะเป็นเพียงคนเดียวอยู่เสมอตลอดไปอยากจะขอให้วันเวลาช่วยหยุดหมุนเรือเดินช้าๆให้เธอกับฉันได้ทบทวนเรื่องราวของเราสองควรจบ
Oh, the way they came in is always like wow.
ฉันเคยรักเธอยังไงกลัวว่าวันหนึ่งใจของฉันจะลืมว่าเราเคยรักกันมาแค่ไหนวันหนึ่งถ้ากลับมาไม่ได้พบกันใหม่กลัวฉันจะไม่เสียใจกลัววันหนึ่งเธอหายไปฉันกลัวจะไม่เสียใจอยู่เสมอกับเธอฉันกลัว
There we go. There we go. Showing us everyone. Thank you. They did a good job. Yeah, I'm really glad that they also did like, because again, with the more vocal ones, it's definitely a time for everyone to kind of just like, chill out, like relax a little bit and just enjoy like vocals and like for us, because the rest of the show is like there is a lot of like pizzazz and like very much like, oh my god, it's like a whole, like basically a whole like spectacle, because it's like it is like essentially like performances, singing, dancing, like lights, like there's a whole like aspect to the other ones, where here it's just like, oh, you just get to like enjoy listening, just just having a moment of like relaxation and just like feeling like more of like a ballad type of song, which I'm sure we know that some new First One and Done did like a rock ballad, right, too, but here it's like it's just like vocals only, like not worrying about like a whole performance aspect of like them dancing or like how it's just the artists themselves and just doing what they love, which is singing. So I was like, okay, I guess that's maybe why they also had like maybe in the future for like the first, like the one with Tudor, Poor, Patchy, Pete, Dunn, and oh god, I'm like missing some. And JJ, like for that one, maybe like it could be like some of them could be like rising artists later on, like for DMD music. Obviously, we know Poor and Tutor are both in Dex, but I mean like in terms of like solo wise, it could be like, you know, like future prospects in that way. It could show like that to kind of, again, for them, like definitely show a different side to them, and like for them to also like challenge themselves with that. Whereas here, like I said, these four I feel like are 'cause I can't remember again like if Gang is already a DMD artist or is he just occasionally like does like songs. But for the other, for sure I know for the other three, like they are established solo artists under DMD music. So for them, it's like kind of like again showing us like the base of like their like that music section of DMD, and showing us like how all four, like the pillars essentially of them kind of singing a song together, which is something you won't see anywhere else like otherwise, like because they usually just do solo stuff, you know. So it was nice seeing like them do like again two, like split up in pairs and then come back together and do like a whole mashup or like mix up of both songs that they performed. And which again is not easy because it's like basically you have to make sure you're timing it right and correctly, so you're not like and overlaying it correctly with vocals, so you're not like overshadowing each other, you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a nice little break here and there to like just, you know, appreciate the vocals for what it is, and just see again how for like the first one obviously see how they've grown or like how they challenged themselves, and then here again just like seeing the established artists that they have under their belt, right? But anyways, this is, like I mentioned, this is gonna be the last one that I check out, unless there is something else you want me to check out. I don't know if I will, but I know if not, I probably will just watch the rest of it like on my own time. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes I say that, but like again, I was actively only trying to watch the ships that I really, or the performances that I was really actively interested in. So I was only gonna do TT and Poor, Dex, and then TMK, and then Patchy and Rujin were like the four definite ones that I was gonna do, like I mentioned. But then obviously like someone asked me for Blinding Lights in the opening, and like okay, I was like okay, opening was like, and Blinding Lights was essentially everyone, so like okay, that makes sense. I'll do that. And then obviously done in first one, my friend wanted to see me react to it because she was like, oh my god, like she was actively dying, and obviously y'all already watched me actively die because it should already be out whenever this one gets dropped. So that one got added. Obviously I ended up adding the trainees because I was curious to see how FIFA obviously, and like the FIFA, Pete and Mathis and Rayon were gonna like essentially they're kind of like, I guess stirring the pot with that, like showing us like what might be a future project group as well, kind of like Dex, if not a permanent group. So that's why I was like okay, I wanted to watch them. And then obviously I did this one because Yopeso is because like I love Day 6, so like that was for me. And then for the what's it called, the one with Poor, Tutor, JJ, Pete, Dunn, and Patchy was because like obviously Poor, I was like oh, and then also I just wanted to see like how they would mash up, like how they would mesh well in terms of vocally, and then also again to hear some of some of them who I don't necessarily like listen to or pay attention close to more or so. Like obviously like I said, JJ, I've heard his OSTs already. Poor obviously, like Tutor too, like from Dex, but Tutor getting to see him more singing wise instead of rapping. And then Patchy and because I've done in first one, I don't actively follow them either, but I do know like Dunn is a great singer. And but like I said, Pete and Patchy was like me getting to see a little bit more of what they could do and what their in terms of like their skills. So that's also why I added that. But that's where I was like okay, I think this is gonna be where I stop off on the DMD Land3 in terms of like reacting to them. Again, unless there's something you specifically want me to watch, then maybe. But I don't know. I was thinking of maybe like gens, but I don't know yet because I would probably just do those all at one. No, I wouldn't even do the one all one sitting because again, it's just so many gens, and I'm doing it where I do day 1 and day 2 because I like to see the comparison of like the different days. So that would just be a long video. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. But for now, this is where I'm gonna stop off at. I hope y'all enjoyed the videos, and I shall see you in the next one.